Good evening, everyone. I know most of you are still finishing your dinner as well as your dessert, but if we don't go ahead and get started, we're going to be here for a long time. So if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and get things kicked off here. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Michele Blake, and I am the 2015 board chair this year for the Chamber. Oh. Thanks. We'd like to begin the evening by recognizing some of our special guests. So when I say your name, if you wouldn't mind standing, I would greatly appreciate it. Mayor Patrick Hale. Woo! Joe Gibson, Tipp City Council. Dee Gillis, Tipp City Council. Michael McDermott, Tipp City Council. Tom Merritt, Tipp City School Board member and new Tipp City Council. Phil Cox, Monroe Township trustee. Our state senator, Bill Beagle. And our state representative, Steve Huffman. And I saw Jack Evans floating around. I'm not sure if he's still here, but our county commissioner was here networking a little bit earlier. I'd also like to take this opportunity to share with you some of our past award recipients who are in attendance with us this evening. Again, if you wouldn't mind standing when I say your name. Our former Young Professionals of the Year, we have Reed Spencer, Greg Enslin, Lori Spencer, Michael McDermott, Carly M. Lindeen, and Matt Tarzinski. Our former Citizens of the Year that are in the house tonight, we have Jess Chamberlain, Phil Wampler, Tom Deisinger, Pat Wampler, Jim Bailiff, Phil Cox, Dr. Andrew Davidson, Dr. Charles Smith, Ruth Seyfried, and last but not least, Stan Evans. All right, now for our former Small Business of the Year recipients, we have Tipp Eye Center, R.J. Maines and Associates, Midwest Memories, Phil Cox, Royal Crest Agency, Bud Polly's Floor Center, Sharon Elaine Photography, and Living Simply Soap. Now for our former Businesses of the Year that are in attendance tonight, we have Repacorp. We have Bruns General Contracting. We have Deisinger and Associates. Health Park Dentistry. Regal Beloit, formerly A.O. Smith. Captor Corporation. Harrison's Restaurant. Voss Honda. And it's a good thing they walked back in the room. Don't sit down, Stephanie. Energy Optimizers USA. All right, what I'd like to do now is just briefly take you through some of the highlights of the 2015 year for the Chamber. And I'd just like to say it was really a great year. There's a lot to highlight. This year, Tipp City turned 175 years old. The Chamber, along with the City of Tipp City, the Downtown Tipp Partnership, and other community leaders held the 175th celebration over the July 4th weekend, which included live music, a parade, fireworks, and so much more. Tipp City was also named Best Hometown by Ohio Magazine. Our Tipp City businesses, parks, and events will be featured in that magazine throughout the upcoming year. We had numerous businesses, too many to even cover tonight, win big and small awards in their industries. We have a lot to be proud of in our city. This year, more than ever, the Chamber collaborated with the Downtown Partnership and the new businesses and the old to show off this great community. Here are just a few more of the exciting things that happened this past year. We had our annual Taste of Tipp City Business Expo, or I should say biannual, every other year. Over 70 businesses, restaurants, and nonprofits participated, and hundreds of people flooded the avenue at Ginghamsburg United Methodist Church. We had our annual golf outing at Homestead. We had over 60 participants. We held 6 business after hours at our local businesses and member businesses. And we had 5 new business ribbon cuttings this year. And speaking of new businesses, I am happy to announce that we have 25 new Chamber members alone in 2015. That's great. This not only exceeds the goal that we set out as a board and for Liz, but we've also maintained our retention rate of over 95%. So we're very proud of that. Thank you. This year we launched the Manufacturing Council, and that has been a huge success. Liz has done a great job of promoting the council, collaborating with the other Miami County and Shelby County chambers to drive interest and create value for our members by holding these types of events. We also hosted the highly anticipated Meet the Candidates night prior to November's election, and it was standing room only. All of this and much more was accomplished by our part-time, I say that in quotes, part-time Executive Director Liz Sonnenstein, a volunteer board, which leads me to one final thought. As we were planning our goals for the year, we wanted to find a way that we could, as a chamber, give back to the youth of our community. And so this year, for the first time, we brought in an intern, a former Tipp City graduate who was just finishing up her freshman year at Bowling Green. And she came back home for the summer, and we hired her as a part-time intern. She worked with Liz. She attended chamber meetings, economic development committee meetings. She made phone calls. She helped us with events. And it was a really great experience for her and for us. And when I was conducting her exit interview at the end of the summer, I was really pleased for her to share with me that after her freshman year at BG, she was still undecided about what she wanted to do with her life. And because of her experience this year at the chamber, she made her decision and chose her major, which will be social science and event management at Bowling Green. So we were really pleased about that. Oh, her name was Katie Stanger, by the way. Yep. So in closing, I just want to take this moment to personally thank you, our members. You are what drives us to provide value-added programs, chamber benefits, education, and networking opportunities. It has been my honor to serve as your 2015 board chair. Thank you so much. Okay, what I would like to do now, I have 3 departing board members that I would like to call to the stage. Kristen Bailiff, Pam Catalano, and Lori Spencer. Pick up the pace. I'm just kidding. On behalf of the board, I want to personally thank these 3 awesome ladies. They have been, first of all, just a joy to partner with on the board and party with on the board. And they've given a lot back to this community by their volunteer efforts on this chamber board, so I just want to personally thank them. Right now? Yeah. Okay. Okay. We're gonna take a picture. Now I'd like to invite our mayor, Patrick Hale, to the stage for the installation of the new board members.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thanks for being here tonight. Before I get into the installation of the new board members, I have to just say how thankful I am to live in our community. We're so lucky to live in Tipp City. We have had a great year, like she mentioned, the 175th anniversary. The naming of Tipp City as as the best small town in the state of Ohio. I mean, what a great accomplishment for our community. Only slightly less than 10,000, and we just continue to improve every year. We've really been blessed. This is the end of my 10th year on City Council, and we've really been blessed over the past 10 years. The improvements that we've made in our community, the improvements that we've made within our business community, the Downtown Tipp City Partnership and everything that they've done to help also. I'm just so very thankful for those things. So with the introduction tonight, I'd like to bring up the new board members. Tanya Brown. Kelly Markley. Nathan Rentz. And then another board member, Nate Gibson, who's going to be sworn in, I guess, at another time. He's not able to be here tonight. The remaining board members, please come up. Michele Blake. The 2016 chair, Larry Lemonds. Treasurer, Mary Clevenger. Vice Chair, Kevin Cox. Kelly Andery. Nick Heinel. Richard Lang. Rob Long. And Aaron Mock. The office to which you have been elected is one of dignity and importance. In accepting this office, you undertake a responsibility which is not to be assumed lightly. With the policies and bylaws of the Chamber as your guide, you must be ever ready to exercise the duties of the office with which you are entrusted. And you are also charged with the duty of furthering the objectives of the Tipp City Chamber of Commerce. So if you please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will faithfully execute the office of the Tipp City Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors to which you have been elected? And will you, to the best of your ability, serve as a living example of this organization's philosophy and benefits? If so, answer, I do. Thank you very much and congratulations. All right, Blair Lemonds, your 2016 chair, is going to come up here in just a second. I guess before I step down, though, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank two outgoing council members here publicly. Dee Gillis and Mike McDermott have both been good friends of mine. They've done a great job on city council, and I just would like everyone to thank them for their service to our community over the past 4 and 8 years. Thank you very much.
We're going to keep this short. I am pleased and excited to assume the role of your 2016 board chairman. Before she sits down, I would like to take a moment to thank Michele Blake for her service and leadership this past year. She's been a real asset in the growth and innovation of the Tipp City. Thank you very much for your service, Michele. Thank you again for the honor to serve the chamber. I'd also like to thank Liz Sonnenstein for her tireless efforts to keep our chamber strong for the many years of progress that she has championed for all of the businesses in Tipp City. Truth is the chamber wouldn't be what it is without Liz. Michele had dedicated Michele had predicted that 2015 would be a great year, and it has been. And I feel the same for 2016. All indicators are that it will be a very strong year for our economy, and everything points in that direction at this time. We plan to focus on many areas this year that involve building relationships with the fellow members, along with fun opportunities such as a golf outing. And by the way, if you play golf, you'll have a great time, and if you don't play golf, you can at least sponsor. How's that? All right. My main focus this year will be on the important opportunities for all of us to see potential growth in our member-to-member relationships. For example, my company needed to reevaluate the insurance needs, and I wasn't sure what to start or where to start. After sitting next to an agent at the chamber meeting, I learned that Kevin Cox at Royal Crest Agency offered many insurance options, and we were able to get together to benefit both companies. A second example, I had a client needed someone to help her sell her father's estate, furnishings, and other items. I called on Midwest Memories, and Terry Dessler stopped by the house and made an offer to purchase many of the items. That benefited both the client and Midwest. This is just a small example of knowing what services and products are available in our city so you can all help each other. We need more stories like this. If we can turn to each other and realize what each other do for a living, what services we offer, be surprised at what you can do and you can help each other to accomplish. So I'm very proud of our city. We're a warm and friendly community offering a lot of opportunities for us to work and grow and prosper together. Thank you, and I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas and a profitable New Year. Okay. If Michele would come back, please, to the stage.
All right, let me get my bearings here. All right. Now we'd like to take this opportunity to recognize some of our milestone businesses. These are members of the chamber that are being recognized for, well, many years of doing business in Tipp City. So we will start with our 15-year Milestone Award. We have Edward Jones and Tipp City Florist. We also have the Miami County YMCA, if you can believe that, 15 years. And we have Don Craig here accepting their award. Okay, great. Come on down. You won. I know. Great, thank you. Terrence L. Alamang, DDS, for 20 years in business. For 30 years in business, we have Columbia Engineered Rubber Incorporated. For 35 years, we have Tipp Eye Center. Dr. Andrew Davidson will be accepting this award. Upper Valley Career Center for 40 years. For 45 years, we have Health Park Dentistry, Dr. Charles Smith. Come on down. Is he here? Oh, there he is. Come on down, Chuck. Good joke. Not that I can say here. Our 50-year milestone goes to Captor Corporation. Don Cooper will be accepting this award. Our Our 65-year milestone goes to Regal, formerly A.O. Smith, and we have Randy Oyster accepting that award. And our last milestone award is for 140 years in business. Anybody want to take a guess? Monroe Federal. Louis Renale. You look great for 140. Let's give another round of applause for our milestone. I'd now like to welcome to the stage Heather Dorsten, our Downtown Tipp City Partnership Executive Director, for a very special presentation.
All right, thank you so much. Like Michele said, I'm Heather Dorsten. I'm the director of the Downtown Tipp City Partnership, and I'm here to talk a little bit about America's Best Communities. America's Best Communities is a nationwide community-based competition sponsored by Frontier Communications and co-sponsored by Dish Network, Weather Channel, and CoBank to feature small towns across America who are working together to better their community through economic revitalization. The Downtown Tipp City Partnership, along with the Tipp City Chamber of Commerce, City of Tipp City Schools, and Monroe Township trustees, submitted a presentation on behalf of Tipp City. Though we may have not been accepted as a 50 finalists, Frontier Communications still believes in the work we are all doing in our communities and in our town to move forward into the future and broaden our reach. Tonight we have Bethany Yost from Frontier Communications. Bethany is the general manager of Southwest Ohio, and I've known Bethany through Leadership Troy, chamber events, and she's an active member in our community. Tonight, Bethany is going to be presenting Tipp City with a $5,000 donation from America's Best Communities, which will be jointly invested back into our community with a focus on bike-friendly strategies and bike path revitalization. Bethany, would you please join us on the stage?
Thank you, Heather. And thank you for being here tonight. I want to say that it's a real privilege to work in the Tipp City community. I do represent Southwest Ohio, but Tipp City is very special. And the work that many of you in this room did for the America's Best Communities application will serve you well. I was excited to hear of your plans in regard to attracting bikers. It's a very viable strategy for tourism, and I'm sure that it'll pay you back well. I do have a few other members of the Frontier team here today, so I'm going to just ask them to stand. Not so much so they can get glory, but so that you know who they are. We are very local in our strategy at Frontier, and we believe in real connections. So when you call one of us that's in this room, guess who answers the phone? It's us, okay? It's not voicemail and it's not a screener. So we are very much available to the residents and the businesses. I mean, business is 24/7 these days, right? So what good is a communications company if you can't reach us, if you need us in a pinch? So I encourage you to get to know us and to reach out to us if you ever need us, if our processes ever don't perform perfectly for you. But today we have John Campbell with us. John is our technical supervisor here. He is in charge of all of the technicians in the Tipp City area, and he makes sure that they provide the service that you need. We also have Pat Ryan here in the middle. Pat is a medium account executive, and he lives right here in this area, so you very well may know him. And then we have Valerie, but Valerie's kind of petite. So Valerie, wave at me. It's like, oh, there you are, right beside John. Valerie is another account executive here. She has spent quite a bit of time getting to know some of you in your businesses. She's been around knocking on doors, just saying hi for a couple of years now, and she's standing ready to help you. So, are you ready for the big check?
Okay. Yes, so we have a large check presentation. We have one of the really cool big checks. So we're going to do a photo op here. I need Liz Sonnenstein from the Tipp Chamber to come forward, Mayor Patrick Hale, Phil Cox from the Monroe Township Trustees, and Liz Robinson and Tom Merritt from Tipp City Schools.
It's wonderful to see all these faces out here. Welcome. My name's Mary Clevenger. I'm the chair of the Holiday Gala this year, so I do welcome you all to what I feel like's my party. Hope you all have a good time. Thank you. And now for the most anticipated part of the evening. We'll be giving out our awards for the Small Business of the Year, the Young Professional of the Year, the Business of the Year, and the Outstanding Citizen of the Year. So if I could welcome Greg Smith to give out our Small Business of the Year.
Well, thank you. I appreciate this. It's a great event, and I'm honored to be part of it, to be quite honest. And the person and the company I'm about to talk about tonight, quite frankly, is not only a good friend, but more importantly, a good friend of the community. And Liz, I commend you for having the, what do you want to call it, the courage to have me do this, because you know I don't prepare for things like this. But actually I did a little bit. I spent about 5 or 10 minutes with my 10-year-old tonight on the way taking him to wrestling to prepare. And it was actually very good. It, part of parenting, as we all do. Most of you in this room are parents. And the person I'm talking about tonight is not only a great parent, which is the most important thing as a member of society, but also a second, community member that cares about their community, cares about their family. That is what this night to me is all about. It's about community, it's about family, it's about doing for others before you do for yourself. And that's what tonight, the person I get to talk about tonight, is all about. And those of you who are fortunate enough to know this person in the company that they are, you agree with me. They care more about those of us in the room, in the community, more than about themselves. That's all you can ask for any person in society. And for me, obviously, I even wrote notes. Look, I didn't look at them, and I didn't follow it all, Liz. But, this person, I will look at my notes here. They've served on the Downtown Partnership Committee, the United Way, Tipp City Schools, Cub Scouts, Tipp City Baseball, and, and numerous other things. And the key to me is they've been successful, first and foremost, by caring about other people before they care about themselves. And those of us, and most of you, I think, are in this room, will agree with this. If you care about others before you care about yourself, it's going to pay itself in the rearage way more on the back end than the front end. And this person I want to introduce is deserving of that. Mike McDermott Bashfu.
Greg, that was very nice. I'd like to thank the Academy for this award. I would like to, start off, I guess, by thanking my wife. Virginia's been behind me through thick and thin in running this business. We made, family decisions to go in and have a small business. I used to work for corporate America and all that kind of jazz, and so that's the guy that she met, but then the guy that she ended up with was one that wanted to run a small business and work with other small businesses to improve their marketing and improve their businesses. I had over a decade of working with large, gigantic Fortune 50 companies, help them make millions and millions and millions of dollars. But I tell you what, when I can help one of you or just any small business, it really feels so much better. It's a different feeling. It's a different, I'm just glad to be here to go in and do that kind of stuff. So I want to thank Virginia for standing behind me and all that. Thank my family, and most of all, thank you guys. Really appreciate all of the support from the local community, and really, this is a great community to live in. Bashfu, because what we do is all digital marketing. We can operate anywhere in the world. I can be in San Francisco, I can be in New York City. I choose to be here. I choose to be here in this business community with you. And it's a special feeling for me, and I appreciate you guys being a part of the business family. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mike. Now I'd like to welcome Pam Catalano to the stage to give out the Young Professional of the Year Award.
Okay, it's truly an honor for me to present this year's Young Professional of the Year Award. In my opinion, this person is very deserving of this award. Sorry. This person has become a close confidant and center of influence to me both professionally and personally. This person very understandably had many nominations and letters of recommendation this year. This year's recipient not only works in Tipp City, but also lives in Tipp City. This person is very willing to volunteer when called upon and is always passionate in those commitments. I didn't write this, but it'll give everybody a laugh so I can stop crying. So this year's recipient, from my understanding, is a terrible golfer. but somehow he managed to be a past champion of the Tipp City Chamber's golf outing. This year's recipient is no stranger to the business and community organizations of Tipp City and has served as a member of at least five, if not more, Tipp City organizational boards. Specifically, he has served as trustee for the Tipp City Players. He's a member of HYPES, which is Helping Young Professionals Emerge Steering Committee. He was a chamber liaison for the Tipp City Downtown Partnership, president of the Rotary Club, also serving for the Miami Valley March of Dimes. He's also been a board member that I've had the privilege of serving with, and also chairperson for the Tipp City Chamber of Commerce. Earlier this year, this recipient recently became a partner at a Tipp City law firm here. This year's recipient should not be confused with his twin brother. And perhaps more importantly, this year's recipient is the loving father of a pair of beautiful twin boy and girl and husband of a loving wife. With great pleasure, I would like to announce the 2015 Tipp City Young Professional of the Year, Simon Patry.
Pam's got me all choked up now. Why you gotta do that to me, Pam? I think I'll just read somebody's speech here. Thank you. It's been a privilege being part of this community. It's a great honor to receive this. There's a ton of ton of young professionals out in the audience who are just equally deserving. So, Maureen's gonna rip me. She's gonna make fun of me tonight all night. She's like, "What's up, crybaby?" I know. All right, bring it down. I know. Well, that's what you get when the lawyer doesn't prepare. So, but I thank everybody in the community. You guys have been very welcoming of us and our family, very supportive. You've helped us through a lot of hard times, and the chamber has been phenomenal. Liz, you've done a great job. I mean, you really have. You're phenomenal, and we're lucky to have you. And thank you to my loving wife, who's just phenomenal, who's a incredible professional success of her own right, and very supportive. And I'd like to also obviously thank my partner, Tom. Tom, you're an amazing guy. So I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna change the name to Dicey or Crybaby. That's probably right. So I'm gonna leave now. So thank you guys. It's been amazing. Thank you.
Congratulations, Simon. And now I would like to welcome Mike McDermott to the stage to announce our Business of the Year award recipient.
They should have put the bar really close to the front of the stage. That's all I got to say. We'll make that change next year. All right. So is everybody okay? Everybody ate? Everybody had any drinks? It's good? All right, so this is the Business of the Year award. Last year I had the opportunity coming up and awarding it to another wonderful business. And I started off with a quote from William Jennings Bryan. This year, I I picked one from the Dalai Lama. Happiness is nothing ready-made. It comes from your own actions. As business owners, we are more than well aware that nothing gets done unless it comes from our own hands or through the strength of our capital or through the actions of our employees. A number of years ago, the 2015 Business of the Year recipient proudly related to me that many of their employees have been with the company for 15 to 20 years. We understand that this is an important thing because accuracy, consistency, and quality are most often tied to a dedicated workforce. This family-owned business has been operating in Tipp City since 1969, providing their services to the automotive, aerospace, industrial, and medical industries, as well as a host of manufacturing suppliers across the Miami Valley. This company has been undertaking a 5S lean project that will allow their manufacturing operation to become more efficient, less wasteful, more organized, more communicative, and improve safety. The results of this project improves the future for our recipient, their employees, and their customers. Our recipient is a member of the Tipp City Chamber of Commerce, the Dayton Regional Manufacturers Association, and Ohio Manufacturers Association. On June 10th of this year, our recipient won an industry award for manufacturing quality and excellence from MTNA. As a major plastic supplier, they went out of their way to deliver quality precision parts for this Tier 1 Honda supplier. Our recipient is a respected member of our community, participating as a sponsor for several events, including their sponsorship of the Miele Music Festival. It would be these actions and those actions yet to be taken by this year's Business of the Year that provide them true distinction and merit. Please join me tonight in congratulating Proto-Plastics as our 2015 Business of the Year.
This won't take that long. Thanks, Mike. And we just want to say thank you to the Tipp City Chamber and the City of Tipp City. This is unbelievable. It's a great honor. That's my beautiful wife, Teresa. She heads up our finance group at Proto-Plastics. And my brother-in-law, David Gagnon, he heads up operations. And I'm the sales guy, so I got stuck talking to you all. Sorry about that. So, yeah, we're super excited to accept this award. We're very honored to be up here tonight, and we're privileged to be a part of Tipp City and be part of the community. We were actually founded in 1969, moved here in '89. Tom and Sue Gagnon, which are Dave and Teresa's parents, can't be here tonight, but they really helped. They bought the company in '86, and they really helped grow our business and be a avid supporter of Tipp City and small business in the region. And we are just ecstatic to be a small business and see our company grow. We'd really like to dedicate the award to our employees. We have 33 employees, and we make plastic injection molded parts and assemblies, and they work hard every single day to make quality parts for our customers. And these guys are pivotal in helping us be lean, efficient, and get product out the door on time, and to make Proto-Plastics a good place to work. So we're proud of that, and we thank our management team and and our employees, because it's really a team effort and a group award. So thank you again.
Congratulations to Protoplastics. And our next presenter, I'd like to welcome Lori Spencer to the stage to announce our Outstanding Citizen of the Year recipient.
I'm really excited about this. According to the nominating criteria for the Citizen of the Year, the nominee is recognized for the achievements in contributing to the betterment of the community of Tipp City and for making a positive impact on the community through their service, volunteerism, and goodwill. This person does that. Giving back comes naturally to this person. In fact, she comes from a long line of givers. I recently heard a story about her grandfather who traveled overseas for a month, taking animals to those less fortunate to teach them how to feed themselves and take care of themselves. He was actually one of the first supporters of the soon-to-be established Heifer International. This forward-thinking generosity is in keeping with the kindness I've witnessed in this person for the last 20 years. Our Citizen of the Year is thoughtful. This person has been a board member of the Tipp City Area Community Foundation for years. Every spring, she works tirelessly to write, edit, work with the designer, and produce the annual report for the foundation. She pours hours into this, volunteering, not because it's hard, but because she cares so much about the foundation. She wants to make sure that all of the great work that the foundation does is properly represented. This person has now been named as the president of that board, and I'm sure we will see great things from her. Not only is she a member of the board, but she is a legacy donor for the foundation. She and her husband established the Urban Stewardship Fund for Building Restoration. The purpose of this is to leave behind a better-looking downtown Tipp City. The fund gave its first grant in 2013. Our Citizen of the Year is a true philanthropist. Many years ago, I was in charge of the farmers market, and this person approached me with an idea. She said, "Hey, I know the farmers market is going to be a great success, but it's missing a key element. We need a stage to showcase our not-for-profits." So not only did she establish the Hip and Tip booth, but she got all of the marketing pieces produced, coordinated all of the volunteers, got the efforts together so that the non-for-profits had an opportunity to showcase their information to all of us in the community. Our Citizen of the Year thinks outside of the box. Christmas is around the corner, and that means hundreds of visitors will attend Tipp City's Christmas in the Village and Holiday Home Tour this weekend. Tickets are probably still available. The home tour was established to bring visitors to the town during the holidays. It took a brief hiatus, and the Downtown Tipp City Partnership re-energized this effort. After it was established, this person took the reins. And under her leadership, she collected a village of volunteers that have grown this annual tradition into a magical weekend in Tipp City. Over the last 6 years, ticket sales have more than tripled, and the local nonprofits have benefited from the financial gains. Our Citizen of the Year is a leader. You'd think all of this was enough to keep her busy, but as I said, she has deep roots in philanthropy. She attended a giving circle in Cincinnati and realized that Tipp City had what it takes to bring a member-based Give Where You Live to Miami County. She gathered a small group of community-minded people together to form a steering committee with the vision to encourage a culture of philanthropy and generosity The concept is that each member donates $100 per quarter, and that money is then given to a charity of choice, nonprofit. They voted on this democratically, and they had their first meeting just recently with 75 members that came. They donated $7,500 to the Needy Baskets. Our Citizen of the Year is a visionary. I could tell you tons of tales of the generosity and community-minded philosophy of this person, but we'd be here all night, and I've been told to be short. This person has a deep-rooted passion for our town. I'd like to invite you all to close your eyes and visualize Tipp City. What words come to your mind? Community, family, friendship, award-winning, home. I can guarantee you that our recipient echoes these sentiments. She loves this town. It is my privilege to present the 2015 Citizen of the Year Award to my dear, dear friend. Our Citizen of the Year is Heather Bailey. I don't think I'm old enough for this. B, you can't do something like this alone. The person that's missing tonight is my very best friend and my husband, Frank. And he's not here because Hi, Frank. Okay, now it's all better. I won't cry. Do you know why I feel excited about Tipp City? You feel it too. Did you see those people that came up here earlier? Mike, wait a minute, glasses. Maybe I am old enough for this. Okay, Mike from Bashfu, the young professional, Simon, Business of the Year. How young are those people? But the point is, Tipp City has a great future because we have so many young and vital people that are willing to step up, raise their hand, and say, count me in. And that's what I love about our town. It doesn't take very much to make an impact. It just takes your commitment. And to all of you folks that have stood up and raised your hand and committed to everything from Give Where You Live and farmers markets and every darn thing that happens every weekend. Who's tired of doing stuff on the weekends? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not going to call anybody out, but on this board out here where you're supposed to put down your ideas for things to do that would make the town better, right? Did y'all see that out there? What Tipp needs and how to make the town better? Somebody put more unique activities in Tipp, or what was it? Somebody put that out there. I thought, oh my gosh, there aren't enough weekends to have any more unique events in Tipp. But okay, so that's why I'm excited about Tipp City. I could drone on and on about why I love our town. But in addition to not getting here alone because of my wonderful husband, to wrap up, in Paris this last summer, I went to the Shakespeare Book Company bookstore. Has anybody been to the Shakespeare bookstore on the Seine across from Notre Dame? It's a used bookstore, okay. It's like Browse a While, but in Paris. Almost the same. Maybe it's not haunted. But
there was this book that caught my eye. I didn't buy it or anything, but it caught my eye. And the title of the book is an ancient book, featured, but it was probably from the 20s. The title of it was Giants Cast Long Shadows. Giants Cast Long Shadows. And that resonated with me because I feel like I've had some giants that came before me in my family. My grandparents, Emmert and Jane Studebaker, my folks, Barbara and Ken Bailey, they cast a long shadow, and that long shadow was responsibility. And we are all here to cast those long shadows ourselves. Cast that shadow of responsibility onto the next generation. So, this isn't an award for me. It's an award for Tipp, because you all make so much so easy here. So, thank you. I still think I'm not old enough. Tickets are still on sale for the home tour. Kathy, where are you, Kathy? Go to Kathy's at Community Services tomorrow and buy your tickets, $16 in advance, $20 a day of the tour. Thanks.
Congratulations, Heather. And, we'll do that afterwards. Well, I know, but it says something about everybody coming back for pictures. I think we should do that after we do these guys. Perfect. I'm going to invite State Senator Bill Beagle and State Representative Steve Huffman to the stage for a presentation for the Small Business and Business of the Year and Citizen and Young Professional of the Year.
Well, it's great to be back, and Representative Huffman and I, being proponents of less government, have decided to split the list. So each of us is going to comment on one award winner, and we don't want to be the last guy between you and the raffle tickets, right? So we're going to be expeditious about this and ask our award winners to endure a little bit more humiliation. We'll bring you up here. We're going to load you up with more hardware. And I'm pleased to begin the recognition with our friends at Protoplastics. If I could ask you to come back up here. I have some recognition on behalf of the Ohio Senate. Of course, it's on the bottom, so forgive me as I fumble through these things. But, manufacturing is the backbone of Ohio. Creativity is the backbone of Ohio. Invention is the backbone of Ohio. And it is fabulous that we're recognizing one of our manufacturers here today. Back in the tucked away on Commerce Park Drive, an inconspicuous street that you don't come across unless you have to go pay your Time Warner bill, I suppose. That's what most of us know about Commerce Park Drive. And so, but to have a company that's been around that long in a competitive business that offers a wide range of design build stuff and the plastic injection molding, dealing with resins and in a business that continues to evolve and to be so successful at that and be a family business at that, it deserves warm congratulations. So on behalf of the Ohio House and Representative Huffman and myself from the Ohio Senate, I'd like to present you some recognition for congratulations on being the large business of the year here in Tipp City. You're welcome. Thank you very much. And if I could ask Mike McDermott to come on up. I've known Mike personally, I know Mike professionally, and I think Greg did an outstanding job of reminding us of the importance of people who are immersed in our community in all sorts of ways, whether it's civically and professionally, through raising their family here. and Mike touches all those bases. And we know him to be someone who's completely devoted to his community, to his clients, and I'm proud to call him a friend and to honor him for being the Small Business of the Year for 2015. Again, on behalf of the Ohio Senate and the Ohio House. Mike, come on up.
Well, thank you. I'll ask Simon to come up, and I've learned being at the end, you need to be short, and I always let the senior member of the General Assembly go first. So here at the end, I would like to, one more hand of applause for Liz. She's put on a wonderful event tonight. Thank you for having us. Simon, congratulations. My wife and I moved to Tipp City 23 years ago. Bill and I still think we should be considered for the Young Citizen of the Year. So congratulations, and I think people like yourself with families, the business community, the school community attracts great people like yourself. And I think the future for Tipp City and Miami County, great's looking forward with people like you. So congratulations. Now for Heather, if you can come back up. The amount of service that you do, your commitment to the business community, your own business, and the people of Tipp City is greatly appreciated. And by myself, Speaker Rosenberg, Senator Faber, the President of the Senate, Faber, Senator Beagle, congratulations, and very well deserved. So.
Oh, I want to thank everyone again. It's been a great evening, and we're